President Trump's Attorney General nominee, William Barr, says tonight it's important to let Robert Mueller complete his work, adding the country needs a credible resolution of these issues. Barr is also sure to get questions tomorrow about the revelation that the FBI opened a counterintelligence investigation of President Trump in 2017 after he fired FBI Director James Comey to see if the president was secretly working with Russia. One factor was his comment to Russian officials the next day that the firing took away great pressure because of Russia. Another was what he told Lester about firing Comey.
When I decided to just do it, I said to myself, I said, you know, this Russia thing with Trump and Russia is a made-up story.
The FBI's action followed an internal debate, but overlapped with its investigation of possible obstruction of justice.
Whether it's a criminal investigation or a counterintelligence investigation, the FBI is going to be asking the same questions and seeking the same answers.
Mueller took over the investigation several days later, and nothing made public has ever said the president took direction from the Russians. Today, he said the investigation was started by FBI people who have been fired and were out to get him.
The people doing that investigation were people that have been caught that are known scoundrels. I guess you could say they're dirty cops.
As for Barr, he says it's important that Congress and the public are informed of the results of Mueller's investigation. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.